Take your time with this love. Say you're mine forever.
Hey guys, welcome. We survived officially 1 week of having a newborn. And today we just want to talk about our birth story of our daughter. Let's rewind a little bit. The day we had the shower, I went to the doctor's for my doctor's appointment, and I was dilated officially at 2 centimeters. Today it is June 29th. Today is the day of your baby shower to celebrate you. The doctor said that I am dilated at 2 centimeters. So she's like, she can come tomorrow, she can come in a couple more weeks. It really just depends, but her head is down. She's in ready position and the time is coming. But that ended up lasting
almost 3 weeks. Oh my god.
Which was just kind of hard because she's like, it could happen tomorrow, it could happen in a couple weeks. So it was just like basically a waiting game.
Just want to start documenting right now, just in case, because you're getting sharp pains for Mama. Dad's trying to cook some tacos right now. But yeah, Mama's in a little bit of some pain. So just be nice to your Mama, like I said. You know.
Just got what they call lightning crotch like 7 times in the past 15 minutes. So I don't know, maybe tonight's the night, maybe it's not, but I feel like I'm definitely dilating and opening up more for sure. Oh boy.
Said hi.
Yeah, baby.
You know me, I was impatient, so.
So yeah, we were just kind of going about doing our daily day stuff. The day after, we actually did a photo shoot.
Take your time with this love. Say you're mine forever. Cause even when I'm at my lowest low, just know forever I'll be here for you.
I kind of thought that my water broke for a second, but then I just realized I was sweating.
That's how bad we wanted it.
I know, so that was kind of funny. But a week or so passed, and then the week before she came, I started feeling a lot of pressure, mostly at nighttime.
Yeah, and her lower back, because, you know, I was massaging those out as much as I could, you know, to help out, because, yeah, you can definitely see it on her face.
Yeah, so we started thinking that she might come like any of those nights, so I was literally like doing my makeup and hair like every single day just to prepare in case she was gonna come.
It is now 1 a.m. and this one is having so many contractions.
It hurts so bad. But I'm here curling my hair because I want to look good for labor.
Literally, she in between contractions, she's just like, oh la di da. Oh yeah, where was I? This girl's crazy, but she ain't gonna go to the hospital looking all busted when she gonna have this baby.
We're so close.
So close, guys. She's fighting. She's fighting. That belly, big belly. Yeah, but yeah, we're gonna be at the hospital soon probably, and wish us luck. This one's a trooper. Love you.
On Wednesday night, which was exactly a week ago now, everything changed. I felt more pressure than I ever had, like in my front lower stomach and then in my back as well. And then I just kept telling Benny, like, I don't know, I think this is it. Like,
she always said she would know. Like the last month, she's like, I'll know.
I
like,
did.
I'll know. And I was like, that's cool. Wish I could know.
And it's funny because I think it was like the week before I predicted, I was like, I don't know why, but for some reason she's coming Wednesday or Thursday. And then I was right in both ways because we ended up going to the hospital Wednesday night and then she ended up being born Thursday morning.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing was we actually planned for me to be induced Friday just because I was going to be 42 weeks on Friday. So I was super pregnant. And we're like, okay, well, let's just do this. Got COVID tested on Monday.
Negative test results, by the way.
Yeah, negative test results. And yes, they stick it all the way up your nose and swab and draw blood. So that was intense. But I was like, just watch, I'm gonna get COVID tested. We're gonna go through all of that. And then she's gonna come before the day I'm supposed to be induced. And it ended up happening. So Wednesday night, we decided to wait a little bit just because I know that they do send you back if you're not dilated enough, and we just did not want to do that. So we ended up waiting until, I think it was almost 2, right?
It was, yeah, like right before 2 a.m.
I waited it out. I was having contractions like so often, and I was like, okay, you know what? I think it's time because it's just the pain was getting kind of intense. So we go to the hospital, we bring all our bags. We're at the hospital now.
She's in a lot of pain. Hopefully it's it's the day. There's no wax fly right here. What time it is? That has to be my baby.
What we didn't know was we actually enter into like a waiting room, and it was really freaking hot.
Oh my god, it was like, I know you're trying to kill the virus, but damn, don't kill your patients too.
We're in the hospital right now. I'm hoping this is not a false alarm because I'm in a lot of pain.
Yeah, hopefully not.
But I'm about to get dressed in my gown, checked out, and we'll see if baby's ready to come.
Hopefully. There was one point where she was like, just go stand out there and stare at them so they would hurry up. So they could just check how many centimeters she was dilated.
And like, I didn't realize, I don't know if this is the case for everyone or every hospital, but she's like, well, we would like to wait until you're fully 5 centimeters dilated in order to take you, to the room that you're gonna give birth. And like, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, that's,
and
they don't ever let you know that ahead of time. And
Yeah.
all the, I mean, I wasn't allowed to go to the last like 5 appointments, but I mean, they don't say anything about that at all.
Yeah, so we were literally just waiting in this tiny room that was so hot, and I was squeezing his hand because I was just like, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, and then I'd be like,
And it was hot, so it was just that and hotness, so it was just like, oh my god. And me stressing out because she can barely even like move, and
yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
So she just kept like, coming every like 30 minutes or so. When I got there, I believe I was at 3, and then it escalated to like a dilation of 4 in an hour or so. So our update is that I am about 4 centimeters right now, going on 5, and I'm having a lot of contractions. It's kind of painful.
it's
but
at 70 right now. You're talking.
yeah, it's at 70 and I'm talking, so I guess I have a high pain tolerance. But I think baby might be coming, and it's getting worse right now. And then finally I reached 5 centimeters, and she gave me the IV. Then I threw up because it was so hot.
Yeah, she did. I was like, you threw up a couple times.
I did, yeah. But then finally she checked me again, and I was finally at 5, and we just kind of looked at each other because we've been waiting for that number for literally like 3 weeks. Because supposedly once you reach 5, you're, I guess, officially in labor. So yeah, I reached 5, and then they're like, okay, we can go ahead and move you into the main room that you'll be in when you're giving birth. So we go to that room, and
There's AC.
There's AC. It was nice and cool.
At this point, we haven't slept at all. It's like over like almost 24 hours of no sleep.
Yeah. So I
tired.
think by the time we reached the room, it was close to 6 o'clock. It was
Yeah.
probably like 5:30. So at that point, I was probably like 6 centimeters or almost 6 centimeters. And then finally they're like, oh, would you like the epidural now? And I was like, well, yeah.
I mean, I'm paying for like hours, so yeah.
I'm just kind of waiting there. So then that's when I had to like boss up because the anesthesiologist came in, and he was really nice, but I just knew I had to mentally prepare myself because before all of this started, I was deathly afraid of needles, and look at me now, I'm the needle queen.
Oh, Needle Queen. That's a Pokemon.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I guess
funny.
I'm the Needle King then.
Yeah.
That's a Pokemon too. There's 2.
And so, yeah, so they set me up on the table. He goes behind me to get the epidural ready. And I'm just like, okay, I don't know what this is gonna feel like, but I'm ready for it because either way, I just have to deal with it. So Benny's like in front of me and he's like holding my hand. But then what did it look like?
It was a big needle. That's what I was doing. It was like big needle. And I just was like, oh, you don't want to look back there. That's what I told her. Like, you don't want to look back there. I was like,
basically, this is exactly what it felt like, which when you watch a YouTube video, it looks like they just stick it into your spine and then it's like one and done. No, that was definitely not the case. First, they inject like both of your sides next to kind of like where your butt dimples are. And then you just feel like this fiery sensation, and he was even like, get ready for the burn, and I was like, okay. And so it just felt like a burning sensation. And then after that, I don't know if they stick a tube or what it is, but it felt as if like someone is like weaving down your spine, and it was just such a weird feeling, and it was pretty painful as well. With the tube and then whatever they stick in it, and then they have to stick the whole thing out. So I was just like, whoa, this is crazy. But I mean, it was still okay. It wasn't that bad, but it just felt really weird. So I got the epidural.
hello, we're live.
I just got my epidural and it was a little bit painful. But I feel the numbness going up my legs now, and I feel it working, so that's nice because the pain's slowly starting to go away. But it's what time, baby?
It is now 5:25.
So I'm guessing that I'm probably at like 6 centimeters or 7. But we'll see. They'll probably check soon, and who knows, baby girl could be out anytime now. So I'm really excited.
Really excited.
And hungry and tired.
Very tired. Can't wait to meet you, Anne Rice.
Mwah. Love you, baby.
Love you so much.
Benny's on the couch.
Yeah. I take like a hour nap, I think, because I just could not keep my eyes open. I fell asleep in the chair, sitting up, and I just was like, "You good? You no pain?" I remember looking at her like, "No pain? Okay." And I just went.
know. And so at that point, they say the epidural usually kicks in like 20 to 25 minutes after you receive it. So I did feel the medicine slowly kicking in. Then you kind of feel like your legs start numbing out. And one of the things I was a little bit afraid of was they say that one of your legs could go completely numb and the other one can't. So then you feel it on one side and you don't feel it on the other. But fortunately, even though one leg was more numb, I still felt numb on both sides. So that was really nice. I was finally at ease. Got to relax. I think we both kind of were napping in and out. 6:15 right now, and I don't really feel anything from the epidural, but I'm so freaking hungry. I want to eat a cheeseburger, and Benny's taking a nap. I am also planning to take a nap right now, so I will update you guys soon, and yeah. And then the nurse came in to introduce herself and check on me, and at that point she said I was at 8 centimeters by like 8ish.
We're almost there, guys.
Almost there.
She got to dilate at 8 all by herself.
Almost at 9. So she should be here anytime.
Let's have this baby. Let's have this baby. I'm so excited.
I can't wait to meet you.
So beautiful. What we have in her city.
And then she came in again. I believe this time it was around 10. They said I was at 9 centimeters and very, very close to getting to 10.
Would you look at that? She's amazing. See, I ain't going in having this baby looking all busted. So beautiful.
So that's when like reality really kicked in, because we just knew like, oh my gosh, 10 is the number. Like, this is it. This is gonna happen.
I was like, finally. So, you know,
I know.
I don't have to go through any of the pain. So I'm just like, yeah, let's go.
How do you feel, baby?
Ready.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not the one giving birth, so I guess I can say that easily, right? I'm excited. I can't wait to meet her. She's already so loved and so strong and so stubborn. She's just like me. And she's our little lioness, which is very special to us because we have our own special meetings about it. And she's my little Ember. I'm so excited to meet you, baby girl. Daddy's here. I love you.
We love you.
I hope you're ready for us.
Yeah.
Or extra.
That's true.
And if you're not extra, that's okay. We still love you.
So I had 2 doctors there, 1 nurse. The nurse was on my right, Benny was on my left. She was holding up one leg, Benny was holding up the other, and then the 2 doctors were at the end ready to receive the baby and everything. Basically how that worked was she told me to take 1 inhale for myself. So just breathe in and breathe out, and then what you're supposed to do is you're gonna take a full inhale and then you hold it and then you push for 10 seconds right when the contraction is happening, and then you do it again.
Sorry, I was reenacting what it was like.
and then you do it again and again. So a set of usually 3 times when each contraction is happening. So
could you imagine having to do that? Like, hold your breath and push? Like,
yeah. So it was really crazy.
sound...
And the way she told me to do it was to imagine myself pushing down and up. So like as a dancer, that was kind of easy to picture just because you're thinking about like your pelvic floor and where your energy is supposed to be directed towards. And then it's nice because Benny's a dancer too. So
I even understood it, and I wasn't the one in labor. I was like, oh, she gets it. I totally get it too. Because like when she said that, I was like, oh, it makes so much sense. It's so weird, but I don't know. I was like finding her down in modern, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was crazy. You could tell that she understood, and they were really impressed with like how well she could push. And I think, and how focused and determined she was, because they just kept making comments the whole time. I'm holding her leg up like this, like. And she just like pushing like, yeah, wow. And our doctor's like really cool, and she just sits there like all like cool and like,
yeah, she's
look at
awesome.
that push, that's so cool. Yeah, doctor, yeah.
And the funny thing about that is like, if you guys have ever been in a dance class with me, especially ballet, I'm so focused, and when I direct my focus, I can't be looking at anyone else or doing anything else. Like I am zoned in forward, like no one's around me, I'm doing it. Like, and that's exactly
I'm sitting right here.
And so he calls it my like Miss Party mode.
Intense. You see her in core power yoga. Oh my god.
But anyways, like I feel like the doctors were kind of looking at me like, is she okay, or what's wrong with her? Because like I wasn't even looking at them. I was like looking at Benny in and out just to like acknowledge that he was there with me and like we were doing this. But honestly, I was zoned forward and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm like inhaling and pushing and inhaling and pushing. And they tell you, it's the same with dance, I'm telling you, like you can't have all like the energy directed towards your head because you're literally gonna like burst a blood vessel in your brain. So you really have to, when you inhale and push, just feel all the energy going down and out. So that's how that was like, and that's how that felt like.
7:23:20. That's a good sound to it.
Okay. Alright. Just breath for yourself. In and out. Big deep breath like you're going underwater. Pull those legs back and go push 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Blow out. Big deep breath in. And go. Last one. Pull them back. Go, 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 go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Blow out. Big deep breath in. Pull those legs back. Elbows up off the bed.
Good.
1,
Good push.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Nice.
Relax your legs down.
Then she asked me if I wanted a mirror to see the baby's head slowly coming. And at first I was like, no, I'm good. But then after that, I was like, you know what? This is a once in a lifetime thing. Hopefully not though, because we want more babies.
Yeah, a couple more.
A couple more. But I was like, you know what? Like at this point, I'm so past being afraid of so many things. Like I'm not even afraid anymore of anything. So I want to see her coming and I want to see how I'm doing. And I feel like that would give me inspiration to keep pushing. So I saw the mirror and that was the craziest thing, you guys, because he was watching like everything.
It was crazy.
Oh my god. So basically you see yourself opening up and I just saw like the head, you know, coming out when you're pushing and then it'll slowly come back in. It'll keep progressing until the head is fully out. But just seeing her head and then them just being like, oh, she has a full head of hair, which we knew that was gonna happen because I mean, look at us.
Yeah.
But I just remember looking at Benny, I was like, does she have dark hair? And he's like, yeah, and it looks like curly and wavy. And I just thought that was so cute because I was like, he has like full on curls when his hair grows out, and I just wanted her to have, you know, luscious hair like daddy. What was that like for you, just seeing the head like in and out, like, and me just going for it?
You can't really explain the feelings you feel about seeing your baby come into the world, because I watched every second. And even when the doctors were like kind of blocking my view, I literally was like over their shoulder like, wait, I gotta see baby come out. I didn't know that babies' heads were flexible like that. Yeah. Let's just say that, because when I watched our baby's head come out, like I saw what the doctors had to do. Like, you know, they would spread her open a little bit more, but then like the head would push out. They would like massage the head and kind of like make it into like a cone. Yeah. And I literally watched as the head turned from round to like kind of cone-ish at the top, up until like they got it all the way almost out. And then they would continuously do the same thing and then put a little oil, you know, to make it slippery. And it was insane to like watch. It was like so like exciting because like you'll see her hair and then like you'll see her head just go back in. You're like, oh, you know, you're like, is she almost there? She's almost there. She's almost there. I watched every little part of it and I was just like really inspired and impressed that like woman's human body can do that. Yeah. It was beautiful. When I saw her head, I started crying. Like I hands down just started like tearing. I was like, oh my God, like it's like she's coming out, like she's coming into the world, like there's no more waiting. The hardest part of it all for me was watching her go through the pain, but I just saw who was coming through. So that's true. And I felt like being connected even more throughout it by watching. Like I feel like you have to be present completely with your partner to know when she's pushing and tell her when to push, or when you're almost there. She's gonna listen to you probably more than she listens to doctors when they say that, because they, you know,
which was really true, because I feel like, I mean, everyone was kind of encouraging me to continue, but like when I heard Benny like saying it, it made me want to, you know, just keep pushing. And that's when I actually, instead of going in threes, how you recommended to do, I was like, you know what, we're just gonna go for it. So I would go to like 4 pushes or 5 pushes continuously and like escalate it each time, because I was like,
the doctors kept saying like, if you want to take a break you can, and she's just like, no, one more, give me my legs. It was very, oh my God, you're amazing. That's all I could say.
I love you.
I love you too.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, is like you have to bring in your legs so you feel that push even stronger. Once you put it in your head that you kind of put pain second and you put love and motivation first, and determination, because at the end of the day, like, you have to get this baby out of you. I did get to that point where I was able to put the pain off to the side and just be like, Andrea, you got this, you're gonna do this thing, you're gonna bring life into the world. And each time I just saw her head coming more and more and more, I was like, okay, we're getting closer, we're gonna do this. And then I was probably pushing, I think it was...
That's a big ass bug. You see that? Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Is that a bee?
Yeah, that is.
I'm not making this up. That's a big ass bug. Okay.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I was pushing probably for an hour and a half before the baby finally came out. But I think what Benny said was, I did one of my last pushes and the head came out And then, I mean, you could probably better describe it than I could, because I feel like I don't know how many pushes I did or how it worked, because I was just feeling, you know, every
She
sensation.
did like over 100 pushes probably. Like it was work, you know, for sure. Yeah, like when it got to that point where the head was just like almost all the way out, and then when it came out, it was there was like a moment of hesitation, I feel like, with her body. Like it held on, and then like the rest of the water that was broken earlier came out while the baby's head was out, and then with that water all of a sudden shot the entire body out. And like it was weird because it was like head, and then like the body came out all twisted, and like it was crazy. Like
I love how he describes that moment, because he was literally like, her head came out, then her shoulders and whole body just like unraveled, is how he described it to me. And it was just really cute, because he said it looked like she was like flexing or something.
It was like a tornado of muscles. And then she was out and on her chest within seconds. Like,
yeah. And going off of that, when I was pushing the whole time, like I feel like I was doing pretty well. I wasn't screaming like how they do in movies or how they say, but the last push, or the last two pushes, when her whole body finally came out, which, by the way, when they say that the head is almost there and then it fully comes out along with the shoulders, the medical term, I believe, is the ring of fire, which means that you've reached your widest part of your baby. So you're gonna feel the most pressure and the most pain, where literally it's like the ring of fire down there. And I felt it. I'm gonna tell you, I really did feel it.
I saw it.
I felt it. I feel like the epidural was kind of like wearing off at that point in some way. It was like gratifying pain is the best way I can describe it. Like when you're doing a really intense workout and you're like, I'm gonna die, but then you push past the point of dying and then you're still going. That's exactly what it felt like. So it was very gratifying. So she finally comes out. Then they place her on top of my chest, how they usually do, to have that skin to skin moment. And that is the moment I was honestly waiting for. I was waiting for that moment so much, because I feel like when people talk about it, they're like, that's when you just feel so much love. Like your baby's here, she's on you, and you just feel all the love in the world. And I honestly did. I started crying at that point. I just couldn't even hold in the tears. I was like, this is my baby. I birthed her and she came out. And then we just look at each other. And it was just so beautiful.
Yeah, I was like trying to get around the doctors to get over there, but it was like so much going on in the moment that I didn't even get to hold her for like maybe 30 minutes to an hour. So be patient, dads. You'll get your turn. Baby has to get their shots and everything first. And
yeah, I was honestly surprised with how long they left her on my chest, which, I mean, I wasn't complaining because I loved every moment of it. But I also feel like it's low-key trying to distract the mom from what's going on down there. Because what ended up happening was, I know they have like levels of tears, like 1st degree, 2nd degree, 3rd degree, which I don't remember which one they said I was, but I'm pretty sure I was 3rd. They were down there sewing for like an hour, and that was a crazy feeling too, because I could feel the needle like going in and out and in and out for like an hour straight. But then it's so true what mothers and people say, like you feel it, but you don't feel it because you're so in love with your baby, and you're so just mesmerized by what you were just able to do. And so even though there's a lot of pain, a lot of things going on, you're just focused on her.
that was another thing that while I was waiting to hold the baby, I was just watching to see what's going on down there. Like, oh, well, let me see what's going on. It gets worse. The things you have to see. And I watched them take the sack out and everything. I cut the cord when the baby came out.
You did.
That was like,
Oh yeah, okay,
like
wait.
it was just like kind of caught me off guard too, because I was just like standing there, right, you know, like she's in labor already, and they're like, all right, yep, and then you ready to cut the cord, Dad? I was like, huh?
Yeah. And I just looked at Benny and I was like, yeah, cut the cord, and he's like,
and the doctor's looking at me like, why is he taking so long to answer? I was like, yeah, I didn't think about that. I didn't know, am I supposed to cut the cord?
But he did it, and how did that feel?
The feeling of it, you could just feel it in your hands, like cutting through that. It's like freeing, and I don't know, just like breaking the chains. It was crazy because, you know, once that's done, she was fully released into the world to be ours. And It's just so weird because her umbilical cord just fell off today too. So.
Oh yeah, her umbilical cord fell off today.
So it's just kind of cute to think about, like,
That's true.
seeing it when he cut it and then now it just fell off, and it's a cute little belly button.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was nice. It made me feel like, you know, part of it, I guess, in a way of I can't push the baby out. I can only, you know, help as much as I can, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good feeling. Every dad should definitely cut the cord and should be there.
Yeah, should be there.
You should be
See
there.
it, support your partner, because honestly, like, without him, this entire journey and like the birth, and even now especially, because this is, I'm telling you, this is a 2-person job. Shout out to all the single moms, because I don't know how you do it. Like,
Respect.
so much work, but honestly, we have such a good baby that we're very blessed. But I mean, even so, it's still very hard. But yeah. So going back to the story, after he cut the umbilical cord, they're still down there sewing. And then something also that was very painful was, apparently I didn't know this until they said it, but right after she was born, I started losing like a ton of blood. I was almost over the mark of where it could be dangerous, but honestly, I didn't even know. I couldn't even feel it, but I was getting blood clots that they had to take out. So that sucked, and that was painful, because what they do is they literally press down like super hard on your stomach
That you
to,
just
like,
gave birth out of.
yeah, that I just gave birth out of, to literally pump the clots out of you. So that was very painful. Once that was over, that was okay. Again, they take the baby off to the side, you know, they do her measurements, all of that, and he got to see that part, so that was probably really special. I was just kind of like,
Well, it's kind of sad because, you know, she's getting stitched up over here, baby's getting shots over there, so I'm like trying to run back and forth, like, where do I go?
Yeah.
But they both did good. You know, she was getting stitched up like nothing, and baby took that shot, cried for a little bit, and then was done.
yeah, it was just cute because we like saw her far away before he went over there, and her little butt was just like up, and she's like,
And I was like, damn it, she got her mom's butt.
it was all cute and plump.
Like, we're locking her up.
But yeah, it was just so crazy. And then I feel like because there was so much going on, like I was literally asking Benny, I was like, what does she look like? Because I feel like I could see her, but I couldn't really like see her, you know, with all the chaos. But yeah, it was crazy. It was really special. Everything went by so quickly. They even like stabbed my leg with a shot with I don't know what, because I was just like so loopy. Like I remember the feeling like probably 40 minutes after everything took place. I just felt like so drugged out. Like I was just like, but I was just like, oh, is this what it feels like? Because I literally felt like I was just like staring out, like, I don't know. It was like a numbing, weird feeling.
Yeah, you could see it in her eyes. It was like, wow, you never had that look on your face. I was like, you're too drugged up, huh? She's like, yeah.
And then I was also upset because apparently you can't eat like at all, especially once you get the epidural. So I was just like, I'm hungry.
And she got there hungry, so she just stayed
Yeah.
hungry that whole time.
I did. But then finally, after all is said and done, then they put me in a wheelchair, and we move along to our next room where we're going to be staying the night. And unfortunately, that room was a little hot too.
Well, you can control the AC over here. I go over there, it's at the
Yeah.
lowest, and I'm like, what
Seriously.
the hell? I'm sweating already.
Yeah, so that kind of sucked. Oh, and then he was mad because he was trying to figure out how to pull out, because it looked like a pull-out couch for him to sleep in. I shouldn't have said that.
I found out how to use the couch the last day.
When he didn't have to sleep in it anymore, and his back was killing him.
Yeah, so.
So that sucked. But
Yeah, it wasn't a pull-out couch. It was more of a folded mat on top of the couch.
Fold-out
It was a
couch.
fold-out couch, yeah, and I'd never seen one of those before. And I found out right the day, I was literally like 5 minutes probably before we were about to leave, I was like, oh man, I never figured this couch out. It looks like a pull-out couch. And I grabbed it and I flipped it and I laid it down. I was like, because when I laid on it without it being flipped out, my shoulders were too wide for the couch. So I literally had like to bring a chair over and lay my upper half of my body, half chair, half couch. And then when I undid it, I could fit. So I slept uncomfortably because I was tired, I guess, and didn't really know how to function yet. Besides, changing the baby's diaper every chance I got while she was sleeping so I can let her rest. First night.
Yeah, so I was basically kind of sitting up on one of the beds and just kind of chilling there. The baby was right next to me. The nurses would come check on us like every hour, and they would have to keep pumping like my stomach just to make sure everything was out. They would check on me to make sure I wasn't bleeding that much, and then they would always check our vitals, so just our temperature and blood pressure and all of that, just to make sure that everything was okay. So that's kind of just what it's like to be there right after you give birth. And we could order, you know, just food from the cafeteria, which my first meal, I was like, Benny, I want a cheeseburger. So he went to go get me a cheeseburger, and that was like the best feeling.
We got her a double.
Yeah, he did. He got me a double cheeseburger.
Yeah, she killed that burger.
Yeah, besides that, they just came in, they taught me how to properly breastfeed. We just, you know, had to fill out the baby's birth certificate, get all of that done, which was really special because doing all that paperwork, like writing our daughter's name and then like putting his name, you know, after her first name and just all of that just makes it so much more real. And I have to say that first night at the hospital, which we only stayed there for one night before we were released, she was like an angel baby.
Yeah.
She was so good. Like everything that everyone told us, like, you're not going to be able to sleep at all, like the first night, you know, whatever in the hospital, like we had no problem with her. Like she was just out, she was happy, she was so cute.
Yeah.
She had, you know, really special moment with Daddy over here. What did she do when she like was on your chest?
Oh, she like 2 or 3 hours after being born, she was just like chilling on me, like, Ooh, what's going on? And I'd kiss her on her cheek and tell her she's so beautiful, and like look at how strong she was, and she would like just cuddle me and then like look up again and like try to look around, and I just like was really impressed that she was so strong already.
Which
and
is so crazy because, you know, when babies are born, they obviously can't hold up their necks or anything like that, but she was like doing like full-on push-ups on his chest, just like
still does.
looking around.
A whole new world. Look at you. Look at the strong neck you have. Wow, look at mama. Look at the camera.
Hi, baby.
Look at you.
Hi.
Look at you. Oh my god. Look at you. You're only a couple hours old and look at you. You're already so strong. Look at the camera. Look at my little model.
Hi, baby. It's mommy. Hi. Who's my beautiful little girl? You're so pretty.
Yeah, look at her. That's the first time you opened your eyes all the way like this. Look at you.
So proud of you.
Look at you. You're so strong.
Oh,
Yeah.
you love Daddy, huh? You love Daddy. Oh. Yeah. I love Daddy too.
Yeah, I know you do. I love you, my sweet little baby.
And she was just so cute, so strong. Just such a good, beautiful baby. And we were just so happy.
All the nurses were like, she's a really good baby.
Yeah.
Like as if we did something about it. I was like, no, she just.
Yeah, she was so good. So yeah, everything just, honestly, it went really smoothly. And I thought that after all the drugs wore off that I would be in a lot of pain with like the stitching and just everything that was going on. But I honestly, like, I didn't even feel anything. Like, they're like, do you want painkillers? And I was like, no, I just want more food. It went really well. And they're like, if you're ready to, get released the following day. So we did. And that was just such a beautiful, special feeling, like leaving the hospital and just being like, we're going home.
It was the most beautiful drive home. It was just like the perfect breeze outside.
Yeah.
Silver skies. It was beautiful. Like it felt like, I don't know, it just felt like the start of the journey, like actually, because we're actually leaving the hospital and going home to show her home and everything. And it was the best feeling ever to get out of there and take my girls and go.
Yeah. And just like putting her in her car seat for the first time. And, you know, I was like scared because they say that you need to watch their breathing in there. So I'm like checking her and he's like, is she okay? Are we okay? Everything was okay. It was just so special. Like we left that night thinking like, oh, this could be a false alarm, like they're gonna send us back. But knowing that we left the house and we came back with our person,
Yeah,
our
literally.
little beautiful person,
Our little half and half of us.
yeah, it was just so special. And we're just so happy that she's finally
I'm telling you, I was getting impatient.
he was.
I was like, I can't keep missing work. Like, I gotta go to work then if she ain't gonna come out. She needs to talk to me, tell me something.
He's like, when are you gonna give me my baby? I was like, she's coming.
Yeah, she started giving me that crazy look. I'd be like asking her something like, oh yeah, have you seen my baby?
And I'd be like,
yeah, that's like.
it's just funny because I felt like I was like very earthy about it. I'm like, she's gonna come when it's her timing, like when God is ready, when she's ready. And then he's just like, Angie, hurry up. But I'm telling you, that's when I knew. I was like, I'm not gonna be induced. She's gonna come on her own time, and it's gonna be on this day. And
She was
did.
holding her in until she felt like it was right.
That's possibly true. But
She knew the date and everything that like 4 days before.
I know,
was like,
it's
wow.
crazy. And it was just so funny because like 23 is my favorite number, and then the 24th is his favorite number, the day we're gonna get induced. So it's cool how that all works out.
Jordan, the Bulls, baby.
Yeah,
I'm 23.
so predicted the day, favorite number. But that's pretty much our birth story of our baby girl. Before we officially introduce her to you guys, we didn't tell anyone her name for the longest time. We just wanted to keep it to ourselves. We wanted it to be special, and then like when she was born, we just wanted to reveal it on our own timing.
We didn't want anyone else's input,
Yeah.
opinion about anything. We wanted this baby to be our baby, our baby's name. Her name is Amaris, not Amaris, not a Amamama. It sounds the way it's spelled, all right? Because everyone's been asking me, what's her name again? People are calling me like, how do you say her name?
Amaris.
Amaris Eve. It's beautiful.
I remember I was looking through different names, and we wanted something that was very strong, very beautiful. We both love like Greek god kind of influenced names. I remember looking different names up one time, and I wanted an A name because I have an A name. Sorry, it's
Runs in
being a
the
little
family.
biased. But I saw Amaris, and I was like, oh wow, that's beautiful. Held on to it a little bit, and then he met a boy in our apartment complex named Emeris. So we were going to do Emeris, which he kind of fought me on.
Sorry, Amaris Eve, my little Ember. It sounds so cute, and
Yeah.
I think it would have been the perfect name, but since she just wanted a name so bad, Amaris was something I had to settle for. But I'm still gonna call her Ember, so.
Yeah, which is so cute because I do love the nickname Ember, and he came up with that because it's a everlasting spark of fire, and that's exactly what she is. Ever since she was in my tummy, we would always say she's so strong, she kicks so hard. We'd be at the doctor's, they'd be like, this baby's heart is out of control because she's just doing jumping jacks and everything in there. So it just fits her. And Amaris actually means gift by God or God given. So that was just so special because as soon as we found out that we were pregnant and this baby was coming, we just knew that this was meant to be for us.
Yeah.
And us coming together was already meant to be because we're soulmates.
Yes, we are.
And just having someone come into this world that really signifies our bond and our love for each other, it was straight from God. The timing was straight from God, regardless of what's going on. We were meant to establish a home at this time and be able to actually be home, you know, with the orders and everything that's going on. And I just feel like it's perfect timing no matter what the world is coming to. One night he was just like, what if her middle name was Eve? I was
Got
like,
my E in there.
he did, he got his E. And I was like, you know what? That's so perfect because Eve means so much to us because a year and a half ago when Benny and I kind of re-met and I was working on my thesis, my theme for my dance was based on Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve are people we embodied from the Bible. It was us telling their story through our bodies and the start of the world. And then it became the start of us because that first night that we rehearsed, we just like fell in love with each other. and we would literally do one move and then we like couldn't even focus because we were just so like, oh my god, I love you.
Yeah, already. Yeah, I love you too.
And so that was our first performance together on stage, him as Adam, me as Eve. And just Eve itself means fertility and life. And so with her name Amorous Eve, God-given life, it was just so perfect in so many ways.
So powerful, so beautiful.
So meaningful. So that's the story of how our baby came into this world, how we came to be, and the fact that she's here now.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy. Like, I'm so happy. I know he's so happy. We both know we were meant to be parents. Like, that's one thing I was not afraid of. I was like, I know I'm meant to be a mom. And he's like,
this is my destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is like my purpose besides dance in this world and loving you.
And living you. And now she's our purpose. So, do you guys want to meet our little baby right now? Because she has to wake up anyway from her nap. She's a big sleeper.
So we'll be back in whenever she wakes up.
This is Amorous Eve. This is her first debut. She just woke up from a nap, so she might start crying. But she is the cutest little baby in the whole world.
Look at her.
Look how beautiful she is. And this full head of hair. Oh, hi, baby. Say hi. I'm
hi.
gonna be famous one day. I'm gonna be a little dancer with mommy and daddy.
I'm gonna be all over mommy's YouTube and everything. Yeah, look at me. It's my first debut. Hi, world.
Hi.
Hi.
She's so cute, you guys. Every day she keeps opening her eyes more and more. And we just love seeing her features become more defined every day.
Yeah, could you tell she looks like our baby? Here you go, camera.
We like to say that her little face is a mixture of ours. She definitely has her daddy's like forehead and little like angry face. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think
know,
now that she's
know.
starting to open her eyes, I feel like they're really starting to look like mine. And she's just so beautiful. So that's our baby, and we love her so much.
Yep, she's our little princess.
All right.
Who's hungry?
I gotta go feed her now. But thanks for watching, you guys.
Yeah.
She said thanks for watching.
There's Parenthood. And the dogs are barking.
The dogs are barking. Bye.